Hey everybody, it's Sarah, and it's Saturdays. I haven't been around lately, but I hope to be around a bit more. And I really like to talk today. So yeah, I thought I'd put up a video even though it's like 10 o'clock at night and almost Sunday, but that's alright. Yeah, so the topic today is how to appreciate your body and how important that is in your recovery. And I believe that 100%, unequivocally, it's just not disputable. One of the things that I believe a lot of people with eating disorders, well, most people with eating disorders, do is that they kind of almost separate from their body. They're not experiencing their body, they're not being and embracing their body, because if they were, they'd never be able to do to it what they are. So you'd never be able to starve yourself. You'd never be able to hurt yourself. It's just not natural. It goes against, the hardwiring of the brain. And the only way that I can see that happening is if you sort of just spend time outside of your body, and your body becomes sort of an entity or an object. Or sometimes it even feels like a ball and chain. But basically, yeah, that's the way that I describe it to people, is that I did spend a lot of time in my head, but then my body felt like it belonged to someone else, and I had no desire to do anything with it. And a lot of people are very, very uncomfortable with their bodies when they have eating disorders, even more so if they've experienced abuse. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it's really, really important to break that disconnect, the same way that we do the I'm worthless, I'm fat, like all those cognitive behavioral therapy techniques to break that connection, so that you don't think that way and you don't behave that way anymore. It's almost necessary to apply to this topic too, because you can't truly be in recovery unless you are living in your body and have a certain, I don't think you have to like it, but I think you have to have a certain level of respect for it. So yeah. One of the most powerful things that I've ever seen is something that I called body talk, or that I saw that I called body talk. And it was, what would your body say to you if it could? The truth? The only thing that came to mind was, can we be friends now? Because I've just been fighting it all my life, and it kind of touched something in me, and I felt this wave of compassion that I've never, ever, ever experienced in my life for my body. And the way that I appreciate my body is through athletics and through movement. Sometimes too, color. I really, really love color. So, looking around at colorful things, looking at pictures, at paintings, at flowers. We have the Tulip Festival going on right now. What happens is that, the Canadians liberated the Netherlands in World War II, and as a favor, or as a thank you gift, they send tulips to us every year. So we plant them, and it's just stunning. There's so much color, and just experiencing that and really enjoying that is really important for me. And I think that can go a long ways in developing that sort of mutual respect that you have for your body. Is just find something that you do enjoy and go to town. The other thing that I find really, really important for me in appreciating my body is movement. I'm quite athletic, and I cannot think of anything worse than not being able to move. I think that movement is a miracle. The symmetry of it, just the way it works, the grace, all of that. It just looks really, really neat when you watch it, and it feels really, really neat when you really experience it too. And I have to sit back and I have to remember, okay, Sarah, you haven't been riding in 10 years, but you got on a horse, he tried to throw you off and you didn't come off. And it's because my body remembered how to ride. And, like, I literally forgot parts of how to ride, but my body remembered it, and it was natural, and just came to it, and it basically rose to the occasion. And the same thing with swimming. I haven't been swimming like 8 weeks or whatever, but, you know, I can still make pretty basic times, and it still feels really, really nice, and I don't forget any of the strokes or anything like that. But I shouldn't be able to do that. Like, I've been sitting on my butt for the last 6 weeks, and I should not be able to swim the way that I do now. So I have to really respect my body for that. I can't hold anything against it when it's doing so much for me. You know, when I experience that movement, and when I experience sort of the miracle that a lot of bodies can pull off that are athletic, like running, like, you know, dance or gymnastics or anything like that, when I experience that, it's almost magical, and it's nothing that I can get anywhere else in the world, and it feels really, really good. And yeah, it takes a while to realize that, you know, you deserve it. Sometimes it can be hard to justify going to the pool or whatever, when I have something else I have to do. But ultimately, for me, it comes down to the fact that I was an athlete way before I had an eating disorder. And that is just so comforting to know. And, you know, my body hasn't let me down. I've let my body down. You know, I tried to starve it, I tried to poison it, all that kind of thing, and it never gave up on me. And I don't know about you, but I don't have really that many people in my life like that. So when my body says, can we be friends now? I can't really say no anymore. So yeah, when you start really eating well, it feels good. When you start exercising well, it feels good. When you start having energy and that kind of thing, you know, this all comes a little bit into recovery, but just celebrate those miracles, and they are miracles. Just celebrate them and thank your body. Even if you don't mean it, just thank it. Like, oh, well, you know, I'm really glad you enjoyed that piece of chocolate today. Because my brain is fighting over it, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And just be really in tune with the fact that it has needs too. But that it's a forever friend, and it's going to be there till the very end. And that ultimately you need it more than it needs you. You can't live without a body. Alrighty. Yeah, so be friends with your body. Definitely a good idea. Slow process, but you can get there. Take care. Have a good day.